Good morning, warriors. Welcome to Tuesday. Today is a really cloudy day today. Looks gloomy, feels gloomy. Just wanted to say thank you for all of you who showed up to look for the live last night, and there was no live. So there was just a few things I needed to take care of yesterday at home, and got those things done, and hopefully we can be back on track for next Monday's live. Hopefully we can be back there. So just needed to take care of some stuff at the house, got all of that done, and everything's good. We're doing okay. So thank you for that. Forgive me for not being there. Hopefully you guys were able to see all my social media that I was canceling it for the night. I will get back with you next Monday. So today I want to talk about building a 10-minute exit plan. I think this is important that we do this. You know, when I was growing up in school, we used to do these fire drills in school. We used to do, where you would, the bells would go off, and it was a planned fire drill, and all of the students were directed to the main big field, whatever that was, right? And so we would do that. So I'm accustomed to doing that since I was little. I remember there were times where it was a tornado drill, and all of us had to, when the alarm went off, we were all supposed to get under our desks and, pray to God, I guess, that the desks were going to fly off from over us. But I remember all of those things. So today I want to talk about building a 10-minute exit plan. What do I mean? Well, most people think, that preparedness is only about staying in place. But there are also many real emergencies that require you to leave really fast, right? For example, a house fire, right? You don't want to remain in a house fire because you can lose your life, right? You got to get out fast. If there's a gas leak, you definitely got to get out fast because your house can explode, right? Police activity in your area, right? I mean, if you're in the middle of some crazy chaotic scene, you want to get out of the way, right? Maybe there is flash flooding because it's raining a lot, and maybe you live in a low-lying area and it's prone for flash flooding. Well, and you got to get out of there fast, right? This is what I'm talking about, right? Or maybe there's a sudden, medical emergency, right? And you only have minutes, and you have to get out fast, right? A prepared home isn't just stocked with, it's organized, it's organized. It's for movement. It's, you might not be able to have to, or get to stay, right? So, this is what I want to talk about today. So I think the first step into creating this plan is to decide your exits, right? What are your exits? Walk through your house today and answer this question. What is my primary exit? What is my secondary exit if I actually have to leave this house quickly, right? And identify which of those exits could be blocked, right? That's important. Also, can every family member open, the windows in their room or the windows in the house, and the doors in the dark, right? If you have to leave in a hurry, right? If it's a house fire and you got to leave in a hurry, I would imagine there's smoke and you really can't see anything. Are you able to maneuver through that, right? it helps us to physically practice it. When I was growing up, we had these fire drills, we had these, tornado drills all the time. We were physically practicing them, right? Not just mentally, but we need to practice them physically. I think the next step that we can do is stage a grab location, right? There's a location in your home where your bug out bag is, or where some essential things that you need to leave out of the home with are in one area. And so stage that grab location, right? Create one single location, maybe near the exit, containing shoes for each person, flashlight, phone chargers. All of that should be in your bug out bag, right? Car keys, all of that stuff, should be right there. Backpacks by the door is what I call it, right? You are you're removing decision making during an adrenaline spike, right? I think the next step is to pick a rally point, right? Maybe your backyard, maybe your front yard, maybe the neighbor across the street's yard, to be safely away from whatever is happening, that you have to leave your home quickly, right? Choose a place outside your home, and everyone knows where we are to meet, so that way, in the event that someone is still stuck in the home, who's not there and who needs saving, right? So this is a place where everyone meets. Maybe it's by the mailbox, and maybe it's the across the street at the neighbor's house, right? It's what I said earlier, right? Maybe it's a specific tree, depending on how big your property is, right? Maybe it's on the street corner somewhere, depending on where you live, right? This prevents re-entering danger to look for someone. It's an important step. I think the last step is your spiritual readiness, right? Preparedness is not fear, it's stewardship, right? Proverbs 27:12. I quote this a lot on my channel. Love this scripture. The prudent see danger and takes refuge, but the simple keep going and they pay the penalty, right? God doesn't call us to panic. He calls us to be watchful, responsible, and ready to care for those entrusted to us. And so, we know that a calm household comes from, practice obedience, both physically and spiritually, right? So today I want to challenge you to run a 10-minute exit drill today, right? Don't warn the family. Treat it like if it's a real thing, like when we were in school, right? Prepared warriors, don't just rise, to the moment. Prepared warriors, we fall to the level of our training. So if our training is on point, we're going to do good every time, right? If we never train, we're going to stumble and fall. So guys, take this challenge. Try it out on your family. See what happens. I would like to see if you guys do that in the comments. How did it go? Have you done this before? What is it like? And maybe it's having a lights out night, right? I don't know. Try it out. All right, guys, this is the video for today. Have a great Tuesday and hope to see you on the next video. Be blessed, and remember, stay vigilant and always stay prepared. God's prepared warrior out.